What is going on YouTube? It's your boy Spanko, and today I'm back with another Yu-Gi-Oh haul video. These videos seem to do pretty well on the channel, so you guys can see what I pick up and why I pick it up, what kind of investments I'm making and whatnot. And you guys seem to enjoy this kind of content, so I am back with another one of these Yu-Gi-Oh haul videos. Now in this box right here, I don't want to show you what's in the front. I'll show you everything, but I should let you know I paid $73 for this. So $73 Canadian, which is probably like 55 to 60 USD, something around there. And so basically, question of the day, question of the video is the same as it's always been. Do you guys think I made money and it was worth it on this little collection? I don't want to say collection, but this haul that I picked up. All right, so it's time to open this up and I'm going to show you guys what I picked up. Now I've already organized these in terms of cards that I'm moving, cards that are picked up as an investment, and cards that I picked up just for myself. So as you guys can see here, without bending these, I picked up a lot of Lunalight stuff. Now, the best way to go about picking up cards like this or hauls like this is picking up bulk. Guys, bulk is your best friend. Like, one of my best friends is bulk because it makes you a lot of money, especially when people don't go through their bulk and don't go through what's in it. Because again, something like Lunalight Tiger I think is like $3 right now. Lunalight Yellow Martin is maybe like $4 to $5. I think $6 Canadian, so like $4 to $5 American. And so picking up bulk like this is insanely good value because you're going to be picking it up for very cheap and relatively cheap, and then you can flip it for more money. So we're going to start off here with the investments, and I'll actually just put these over here and we'll take out this stuff. So I picked up a lot of Lunalight Tigers. Most of them here are first edition. I'm pretty sure if you guys can see, most of them are first edition. I was going through bulk. I picked up an Emerald Bird, a couple of these, some Wolves as well. I picked up one super perfume and a bunch of commons. Now, if you guys see right here is a package that I already made for one of my friends who is actually picking up a little Lunalight core off of me. So I'll show you guys this real quick, but it's just essentially the Lunalight cards. So Tigers, Yellow Martins, an Emerald Bird, some Wolves, and some perfumes right here. So this is what I mean by if you pick up cards and if you pick up bulk like this, it's one of those things where you can pick it up for fairly cheap and move them for a good price and help yourself make some money and also help other people in the community who are looking for these cards and can't necessarily find them because these are pretty old now. So here actually I do have one more Tiger and one more Yellow Martin, which is actually for one of my other friends, so I'm holding these as well. So as you guys can see, I've already organized these for like what I'm moving, what I'm not moving. And again, these are a really good investment in my opinion because they're older commons, seeing a lot of play, have some value to them right now. And if you pick this up as bulk, then like you're making some good money and some good value there. Now, it's not always about picking up a $100 card. It's sometimes about picking up cheap cards that you can move quick and have better profit values, right? Or profit percentages, I should say. Now, I know that's not a business course, so I'm going to show you guys what else I picked up. But so here's some stuff that I'm just putting in my trade binder just to fill up your trade binder. It's always good to pick up, like I said, cheap stuff that's quickly movable and that you can actually flip for a good percentage, because it's not necessarily that I pick up a $50 card and sell it for $100, because how often or how easy is it to move a $100 card? Whereas if I pick up a bunch of $1 cards and then move each of them for $5 or $6, really quickly movable, you'll end up making more money that way relative because you're spending a lot less time trying to move it, right? And so time is also money. So a couple of Hitas right here, it's good in a binder, Ankies as well, Plasma, some cards that you could just throw in a binder. Levier is one thing that's going to start seeing play a lot more in Master Rule 5, and obviously the Block Dragon builds play this, so Levier is easily movable. Grand Major right here, I picked this up, it's kind of damaged though, but sometimes people need Grand Major, so I'm picking this up. Raven, Akira, some Trap Tricks. I know Trap Tricks are getting some hype, so one of these, I picked it up. I picked up a Symbol Skeleton as well as 2 Brass Bombards. The Orcus builds are playing brasses now, so that's why I decided to pick them up. A Babel as well, Tanky. So you can see these are all really cards that don't have a lot of necessarily value, but they're movable. This I kind of picked up because I think the World Championship promo cards, like this is just kind of cool in that sense. I don't think it has a lot of value in itself, but I did pick it up because, I mean, it was part of the bulk, so I was like, you know what, I'll take it, why not? Skullmeister common, again, another common card that doesn't have a lot of value, but is very much movable, and you know, it's not hard to move common staples like this. Octavius right here, I just thought it was cool, Ultra First. Storming Mirror Force, as well as these Vendred Reorigins. Now, this is where I can kind of get into the investing part and holding cards. Vendred Reorigin is one of those cards that I think you can hold if this deck ever does get support in the future, ever does get something that makes it good, some zombie support, not necessarily Vendred support. This could be good again, secret rare. These are Mega Pack though, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, all 3 are Mega Pack right here. So that's a card that you can put into a binder right away just to help move it quickly, but it's also a card that you can potentially invest in and hold in because in the future it might be good, right? If this doesn't cost you a lot of money to start off, then it doesn't hurt to just hold it, right? You don't have to move it right away. There's just certain things that if you pick it up, I think you should be able to move it right away. For example, like the Lunalight cards right here that I put away. These are cards that you pick up and you want to move now because they do have value right now and it's a good time to move them right now. These cards are always good to have in your binder just because sometimes if you're making a trade, you're $1 or $2 behind. Something like this will help you finish that trade that you're making. If someone needs to buy cards off you, they can buy smaller stuff like this off you, make some money that way, right? So these I actually picked up. They actually have no real reason to be picked up, but they are all PSV first ed and they are pretty good condition, pretty close to mint. And so I just thought it was cool that I was like, yo, rare first ed PSVs, I'll take that. This one's a first ed Light of Destruction, I think this is. So I just picked these up because they were cool. I mean, they are bulk. I got bulk prices for them, so it didn't matter. They're pretty close to mint. This one has a little nick right here, but they're pretty close to mint and they're all first edition. Also, speaking of old cards, I'll put this over here, but speaking of old cards, I did pick up some more GOAT stuff. Now, the reason I like to pick up GOAT stuff a lot is because one, I do enjoy playing GOAT myself and I like to build different GOAT decks that I can potentially play. So I like having them, especially something like this. Like you can pick these up as bulk and it doesn't cost you much to build these decks. Obviously, if you want to upgrade the rarities, that's going to cost you a lot of money. But you know, picking up stuff like this, also when a friend wants to come play GOAT and let's say he doesn't necessarily have a GOAT deck on him, you have multiple now, like for example, with these Parshas, Merchants, Spirit Reapers, Breakers, you know, whatnot. So these are help you build multiple GOAT decks so that your friend can play with you. Like this is bulk, but look, it's damaged. You can use it in GOAT though, why not, right? Because you don't really care that it's damaged in the extra deck. Same thing with the Fiend Skull Dragon, is damaged. But like when you see damaged cards like this, people just usually throw it in. You're not really paying for this, right? Basically what you're paying for is this, and then they help you finish up this. So pretty much with these GOAT stuff, I can finish multiple GOAT decks. This is actually a really good pickup. I think this has like $4 to $5 value, and I think I got this for like a bulk quarter or whatever, something like that. So like Metamorphosis for like a quarter, I will not say no to this. Being able to finish decks like this though is really good because you can play around with friends, you can have more casual stuff, and also if a friend chooses to buy some GOAT cards or you know someone looking to buy a GOAT deck, you can finish it up for pretty cheap, help them pick up a GOAT deck for really cheap. Like these Noblemans, for example, like I picked up a bunch of these because they're pretty much staple in every single GOAT build. So the reason I pick up a lot of these is because now I can just put them into multiple decks, and if people want to pick up decks from me, this is what I'll pretty much move them if I have extras of these, right? So I'll put these over here to the side as well, just separating like older stuff. Actually, I'll put these over here because this is all older stuff, binder stuff, some investment stuff. And now speaking of investment stuff, I should show you guys, I picked up some Illusionist Faceless Magicians right here because these are all from the Legendary Duelist and like Sisters of the Rose and any basically LED set. I think it's really good to pick up these cards now because as you saw with the Lunalight stuff, like the Yellow Martin being a really good example, these cards don't get reprinted. And so when you pick them up as bulk, these like rares, if they end up ever becoming good, you have them and you can flip them really easily, right? Now this is a card, and these are actually cards just here that I'm showing you that you just sit on, right? You don't pick them up to move them right away. You pick them up and put them in a box, don't even look at them until they become relevant again, right? And you can't lose. I mean, if you're picking up these for bulk prices, like let's say you're buying bulk off a friend and they just happen to have a bunch of these, then I mean, what are you losing? You're buying 100 cards for like $10 maybe, something like that. That's not even that much, right? So you could just put them away. If they ever become good, it's a good investment. Same thing with Night Express Knight. Now trains have been getting support and trains have been good here and there. These are from LED as well, so Legendary Duelist. So these commons are pretty good. Night Express Knight is one of those staples in train decks. I got some ultra rares as well here, but I picked up the commons because I was like, hey, I'm gonna put these away. I'm not gonna touch them, but if they ever become relevant again, you can put them in a binder and then they become easily movable. Even if they become relevant again and they don't go up in price per se, it's just you know they're easily movable, right? So a card like this, even if it goes to $1 to $2 a piece, but people want them, you just throw them in your binder because now you know that you can move them really quickly, right? So same with these ultras right here. These I actually picked up for a band binder, so I'll put this over here as well. So these I picked up for a band binder because I like to have a band binder on me always. The reason I like to have a band binder is because every time cards go on the list, I'll pick up those cards that are banned and whatnot and throw them in the band binder, because if they ever come off the list and if you pick them up for really cheap, then you make a lot of money off of these. Jin is a card that I think only has 2 different printings, this printing and the super rare printing, which I think I already have a bunch in my band binder, but picking up more for bulk prices, why not? This ever comes off the list, which I don't know how quickly or how easily this is going to come off the list. The card is pretty broken, but if this ever comes off the list, that's a lot of money right there. So that's another investment piece. Same thing with like these Desert Locusts. These are going to be really good when it comes down to needle fiber and whatnot, right? So Desert Locusts, investment pieces. This, I have a million of these. When I tell you I have a lot of these ultra rare first editions lecheries, the reason I pick these up is because they're really cheap, man. And if you can get these for bulk prices, I know Pendulum did get nerfed and whatnot, but if these ever become relevant again, which they very much have like a lot of potential to become relevant, these will skyrocket in price because they are original first. And I think this is the only printing of it outside of like a super rare. So the original printings always hold value and will always go back up in value. So Lecheries, pick them up, as well as something like Megalo Smashers. This only has the structure deck printing, so the more Megalo Smashers the better. These can become really good in Dino, in True King Dino as well, especially. Like, these can become really good, so I pick up as much of these as possible. 80 Changers, one other card like that, Chaos Hunter, Electric Virus. As you can see, these are all kind of staples. The barrier statues always kind of have value, so I pick these up as well just to put in, just if they ever become really good. Also for like deck profiles, you have to understand when you invest, you don't always have to invest in making money. You kind of have to invest in yourself. And so for me, being a YouTuber, it's nice to have cards like this, because when I need to build deck profiles, it's good for me to have these cards readily available so that I can make these profiles as quickly as possible for you guys, right? So investing in yourself is something like a Special Hurricane. This card I think can go up in price. It's like a budget Lightning Storm. So discard a card from your hand, destroy all special summon monsters on the field. Doesn't pop the back row, unfortunately, which kind of sucks, but this card could be pretty cool. It's like a watered down Regeki essentially, but I saw it was a rare. It is kind of good condition. It's not first set, unfortunately, but this was pretty cool. Something like World Legacy Scars is another card that can see a lot of play soon enough. When Gearsu comes out, this card can get pretty nutty. I'm not gonna lie to you. When you can get rid of your opponent's entire hand and put it back into the deck or whatever, or send it to the graveyard or something, like this card is pretty nutty. So that card could be good in the future. And again, here are cards that you can put in a trade binder. You don't even have to put in a trade binder right now. Something like Shared Ride is not seeing the most play right now. So when it comes to start seeing play again, like this card will always have like $2 to $3 value as a common, and maybe even more when it sees play. So Shared Ride, very good card to hold on to. Now these are cards that I picked up for myself, and again, like I was telling you guys about, oh, we'll get into that good stuff later. I'll put this over here to the side. We'll get into the good stuff later. But these are cards that I picked up for myself that if I ever need for deck profiles, I'll have them available for me. This is actually my third Unexpected Die. I had 2 commons, but I'm like, just in case I ever play a third in a deck, I'll pick it up. Dark Law as well. I want to have like ultimate rares, and I need to get ultimate rares, but for now, like I picked up a common. Again, easily movable if I chose to move it. This is for the ritual decks, and these are pretty much just for a Karibo deck profile that I'm working on. So Dystopia is actually a pretty cool card in Karibo. I'm not gonna lie, it sounds pretty weird, but I just picked these up for myself. So again, investing in yourself, investing in your money is really important. I'm just gonna put this to the back. You guys probably see this, but one of my most favorite pickups. This is one of my favorite pickups that I picked up with this haul. Breaker the Magical Warrior, first edition Magician's Force right here. I'll put these to the side. I'll show you guys. This is like mint condition. There's no scratches, no damages to it. You guys can see with that shine, with the glare right there. You guys see that there's nothing on this card. There's that little nick over there. I think that's just dust over there, but that's that little nick, and that's about it. This card is insanely good condition. I would say near mint other than that little nick. And so this card, I picked it up, I think for 15 was the value of the card originally. I'm not sure what the exact value of this right now, but I know this has a lot of value, the first edition near mint. Obviously, once I picked up the whole entire bulk plus these, I got cut a deal. So Breaker, one of the best cards I picked up. I picked up this ultra rare Black Rose first edition just because for some reason I don't have a first ed. Mine's unlim, so I was like, wait, what the heck? So I picked up the first edition right here. It's just an ultra rare. I want to get my hands on an ultimate rare. I actually just moved my ghost rare because I don't like ghost rares, but that's just a personal thing. Ultimate rare is my favorite rarity, right? But so I didn't have a first set ultra, so I was like, okay, let me pick up this first set ultra. Pretty cool, nothing too valuable. And then I did pick up this ultimate rare Twin Twisters. This is my third one. I'm finally done the playset of Ulti Twin Twisters. I just need to finish my playset of Solemn Judgments now. But Twin Twisters, one of my favorite cards, and as an ultimate rare as well. It looks absolutely beautiful. So I picked this up. So with all that being said, I want to ask you guys, do you think it was worth it? I personally think for $70 Canadian, this was worth it, which is like what, 55 to 60 American, it's worth it because the Ulti Twin, I'm pretty sure that just covers these, like that 55 to 60 covers these cards, and then the rest is kind of throw-ins. With the amount of Tigers and the amount of Yellow Martins and whatnot I got in here, I think these alone are like 50 to 60 bucks combined with like all the value it has right here, especially with everything else. But let me know what you guys think. Did I make money on this, and was this a good investment? I think it was, and I'm telling you guys, and I showed you guys why I think these were good investments and where you guys can make money quickly, where you guys should hold your money. If you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys want to see more of these investment videos, let me know in the comment section down below, and by liking this video. With that, guys, Spanko signing out. Peace.
My hands steady, I feel ready, but my legs heavy, I don't get it. How come I haven't hit it already? Still working, I'm still learning, I'm still searching, finally earning something, finally turning something called a profit. If I hear you talking shit, don't get caught in it. I'll be popping off and hit your ass, dropping all your shit. Yeah, I promise this, I got promises, you ain't stopping this. Cross my shit.